To understand how to navigate the unpredictable wilderness, we first have to look at a jungle ecosystem at rest. In this clearing, survival relies on a continuous rhythm of cooperative play. Listen to the baseline acoustics of this environment. The inhabitants use energetic whoops and rhythmic cheers, vocal signals dedicated to maintaining social bonds. This chart tracks the group's playfulness index. When an unknown threat, a monster, enters the perimeter, that index drops toward 0. The cooperative rhythm stops instantly. The sudden shock triggers an immediate physiological override. Curiosity gives way to instinct, forcing the group to scatter in different directions to find cover. The soundscape of the jungle flips. Celebratory whoops are replaced by frantic warning calls and heavy breathing, as the animals isolate themselves in the brush. If they stay hidden and separated, the threat dictates their environment. To reclaim the clearing, they must find a way to re-engage with the unknown and move back toward a state of play. This transition begins with Rule 1, call for backup. Defeating a large threat requires a network, turning an individual's panic into a shared strategy. From their hiding spots, the animals repurpose their noise. Instead of crying out in isolation, they project their voices outward to act as beacons for the rest of the group. This radar map shows the mechanics of acoustic rallying. As these sound waves intersect, they create a navigational framework. By following these pings, scattered friends map a route to a central node, moving along auditory paths until the group is physically unified. Establishing this line of communication is the prerequisite for any survival strategy. Without the network, they remain isolated and vulnerable. Once the network is live, the group applies Rule 2, combine your skills. They move into a coordinated posture in the center of the clearing. This is where they utilize their differing abilities. One friend's loud, erratic movements provide a distraction, creating a window for a faster, more agile member to reposition. This flowchart shows the impact of coordination. By diverting the monster's attention in 2 directions simultaneously, the incoming threat is forced into thinner pathways. Coordinated effort breaks the attack's momentum, dispersing its energy across multiple points to make it easily deflected. Combining these traits turns a moment of chaos into a series of predictable physical reactions. The group has shifted the advantage back to themselves. With the advantage secured, the team moves to Rule 3. Face the unknown together. They transition from a defensive stance to a proactive advance. They march toward the source of the scare as a unified front. Their synchronized movement creates a larger presence, signaling they are no longer scattered. A psychological shift occurs during this advance. The source of the fear relied on the animals remaining hidden. When they stare back as a pack, the monster loses its power to intimidate. They reach the source of the noise and see the reality of the situation. The unknown is revealed, and the mechanics of the scare are exposed to the whole group. By executing this playbook, the animals have dismantled the threat. They have replaced the initial panic with a shared understanding of how to handle the next surprise. In the aftermath, the jungle's acoustic baseline returns. The sound of heavy breathing is gone, replaced by the same celebratory whoops that filled the clearing before the interruption. But the group has changed. Navigating the scare together has reinforced their reliance on one another, making their social structure more resilient. This is the friendship calculus. A shared threat requires cooperation, and that cooperation loops back to strengthen the play node. Each cycle makes the group's bond more durable. When the animals apply their unique skills to support the pack, the unpredictable wilderness becomes a space they can navigate with confidence. Shared survival proves that every challenge in the jungle can be resolved through the same cooperative play they started with. Every day is won by staying together.